Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745 here with a new start to a new game. This is of course with 1.4 Oak and the Death or Dishonor DLC. We're playing this. Been playing for quite some time, versions leading up to this. Wanted to do Czechoslovakia because I saw a lot of the other early Let's Plays are doing Hungary or doing Romania, as well as I did that earlier series with Black Ice, trying to see if we can, how long we could defend Czechoslovakia if attacked. So I thought I would do this as sort of quick first look. I'm going to look at a lot of the, we're going to go quickly to get to the war. Obviously access to the sea is of no use to us at the moment. Improve the aeronautical or ground forces, strategic decisions here, political decisions, industrial legacy, fortification studies. Well, we're going to start with industrialization legacy. That's going to be the start. I want to get that industry going. We're going to improve our basic support weapons. We're going to get our industries to start rolling. I think that should have been previously done because Czechoslovakia had a really good industrial base. I'm going to completely ignore the whole electronic thread. And I think Grand Battle Plan has some of the better doctrines for us for being defensive. So we're going to do that. We're going to immediately start building some military factories here. We're going to rely on these. This event chain is good in that it helps unite Czechoslovakia, but it gives you only 2 factories per level, civil factories, where this gives 3 factories. It's a small, it's a 50% greater margin. I know it's just 1 more factory, but it really helps a lot more and quickly to get going. Now, it will help us build more, but also pretty quickly we'll need to start trading for resources. So, and since at least at start, most of the resources we're going to be trading for will be only partially used because we are already out of aluminum, so we're going to do that. And we have basically no manpower because we're a volunteer army. And so we're going to go speed 5 and we're going to kick that off. TRE would be great for those new to the channel. Third Reich events, my mod for Germany, would be great helping this because there's a bunch of events that cover the historical development of Czechoslovakia. Some of them you don't see when you play as Germany. George 1941 is a good pal of mine and major contributor, the biggest contributor to the Third Reich events, who is Czech and who has very much helped shape the stuff. He has a big fascination with Germany and historically as well, but he knows Czechoslovakia well. So we've done a lot of events dealing with the SDP, the Sudetendeutsches Party, the Germans gave all the trouble, but also dealing with Czechoslovakia's response to the growing crisis. So once that can be released, that can mix in with Death or Dishonor and really give greater immersion on the one hand, but on the other hand, they sort of do it with the national focus, and I've played through it a few times here. But unfortunately, the national focuses are all, or I know some of the national focuses on some of the event change have gone to less than the 70 days, but all of these are sort of fixated on the 70 days, and you sort of have, well, you have to make choices, and that's fine to make choices, but, well, political power growth isn't terrible, but trying to get things like mobilization, manpower, and such going does drain some of your needed political power. And we have to realize, because you're coming up to, if we're going to play the Democratic event chain, you're coming up to the deadline with the Munich conference. So we are playing on the historical mode. So Germany will be going down that path. So we have a, you know, a looming deadline there. And Spanish Civil War starts. Nothing we can really do about that. If Austria stays, or if even theoretically the Austro-Hungarian Empire could be reborn, I don't think it will under historical mode, but Czechoslovakia is functionally able to defend itself because it can concentrate its forces well enough. Okay, how are we doing for... We still just need more infantry. What is it? Yeah, infantry equipment. We just need more of that. Well, we need more of everything, but we need even more of that there. Great Czech industry. That's... Well, that may help us some. This can help us get our military in somewhat of a good shape, but I think we're just right now going to focus there. And support weapons, good. So, this is a bit tough. Dispersed industry would help us a lot from bombing damage and such, and that, but I really think, I don't know how much production is going to help us once the war starts. We're going to do this to help speed up construction builds, you know, for factories. Yeah, got more political power, so we're going to, because see, we have functionally no manpower there, so limited conscription. Start off on that, and now that we have that, we have some manpower there. We're going to train 2 of those. 1 of those. We have no tanks in production yet, so I'm not going to build it, but you can see we don't even really have supply equipment for these units here. But we're going to see if we can start training some of this stuff. Infantry equipment produce, which we need, of course. Okay, national focus industries have improved. We're gonna go with that. Will help our build time considerably. I'll just get rid of some of that division, and we have a few general choices here. Defensive doctrine, planning, offensive doctrine, fast planner. We're going to go with this because we're looking at mainly a defensive war, I think. We do need more equipment. Now, our divisions are pretty weak in that they're just 9 infantry battalions. Cavalry are even weaker. Just 3 battalions. Okay, Czech industry, great. Now, got that. Arm exports is useful and it reduces, well, both production efficiency growth benefits, and then consumer goods reduced. We are going to go do the fortressing. That's incredibly important. But what I think we're going to do next, political power would be very useful. That would also help a lot. Military industrial. We're going to go with strategic decisions next. Strategic decisions is minusing 1 political power per day, but we'll get 150, so it will be a ultimate more than we would have otherwise. Now we're coming over here. Okay, well, we're still 36, so yeah, we're just going to keep rocking the and now the next important one, I think they're just functionally no really useful ministers for Czechoslovakia. They're theorists. We want to get land doctrine research time reduced because we're doing land doctrines, and army experience gain because we're not going to have any battles, and we want to get more army experience to improve the templates of our divisions. Now, you can get assigned to there. There are national focuses. Keep this moving. That will grant. Oh, this is here. Some of these will give you some army experience, I think. Well, that does 10. So there, and I haven't looked at all of them, but there are some that will help. but obviously, oh no, factory buildings. What am I doing here? Let's see. We do have a limited number of locations to build on. Well, but see, now that we have this growing all the time with him there, so that's important. And you want to get that early because you want to start building that up. Construction and concentrated industry, that will allow us to build in more slots there. Okay, just don't have a lot of resources. What I want to do is get better quality fighters. We don't have the resources to import. We'll get some, I think, some various bonuses. Let's go with this. The artillery, even though we don't have any assigned to any divisions yet. Building it. Okay, strategic decisions done good. We're going to do trust the West. That I hope will build us better relations. Including with see, cancel independence guarantee. Yeah, we want to try that. Well, yeah, we've already done it, but okay. Now, let's see, quickly look here. Just want to look at the year date. So we're going to do 37, several of those, and 37. And that would be nice to have that done fast. Yeah. Do that. I don't know, this trust the West may be a mistake. I don't know. Cancels independence, guarantees Yugoslavia. So, we'll see what that Romania and such, we'll see. I want to change that color. I don't like that color. I don't know why that's the first default color. There we go. Yeah, we're low manpower, but at least we have manpower. On the positive side for equipment. Okay, now there, that will help. Okay, rifles, more of those. Yeah. Let's start building tanks now. see, we're now down to needing more steel already, so let's see, who do we want to get steel from? Well, let's get it from France. Okay, trust the West, we'll see how well that works for us. Land doctrine, that's really good, but let's do arms export. Czechoslovakia was a major arms exporter, arms designer as well. They were just too small, but they were the nation that was taking the German threat seriously. France was hiding behind its Maginot Line and presuming there was going to be sort of no real war. All the other nations around here just, I mean, they were struggling with things, but just weren't really doing it. Okay, trying to think, do we want to, what? Yeah, we'll have some infantry equipment. Got that right, good. Now, what we're also going to do is, I have played around with this. There are several national focuses that will increase the defensive lines here, but there's two provinces. This province here and this province here don't get covered by either of the defense fortifications. Well, they don't get covered by the ones that do the main. I think the one that does the Hungarian and one that does the Polish borders do, but those we gotta rush things, and I don't know that we're going to get those produced. So I want to build forts at least there. Let's move down. Zolist here, these two provinces. That's what Poland wanted. Poland wanted that, and was willing to side with Germany to carve up Czechoslovakia. Sort of short-sighted of them, I feel, but sufficient resources, yeah. Okay, inner war artillery, great. Now we're in 37, so we're gonna start there. Arms exports, good. Now that we've got that, we're going to do fortification studies. The Hindenburg is a close call this time. Okay, infantry equipment, we have a minor bonus, surplus, I should say, so let's see. So we're going to kick that up by 1 there. Until we get a sufficient one.
Ano, pane! Ano, pane!
These guys we can send into there.
Poveli!
Into there to help defend the mountains. And this guy to the mountain province there.
Seřadit se! Ano, pane! Rozkazy! Pozor! Rozkazy! Připraven k pohybu! Pozor! Rozkazy?
Let's go over there. Okay, we've got that, and we've got 11 points. So what I want to do here is edit this division here, come in and do support artillery. I think that is a major element that will help out. And okay, so we have a surplus of artillery. No, we're going to let that go for no. And we'll let that go. Okay, so now we have better fighters. This is what I want. If you can't have too many more factories, it's better to have factories work better. Tanks. Not too well yet, so. Okay. Battle plans. Air defense. Fortification studies. Do some purge of the Soviet Union. Okay, we're going to do the Sudeten land. I guess we could try to give up the Sudeten land, and that is a, if you wanted to do a German Allied friendly type path, you could try that. Now we're going to increase tank production. We're going to reduce this down to here. With that, we're going to fighters. We need 7 aluminum. So who do we want to trade with? Well, let's trade with France. 8 aluminum. Allow some growth. Okay, now. So that'll help some with there. This will help even more because if they come across here, they have to come across the river. And of course, if Hungary actively becomes our enemy, well, all of this is functionally lost. In fact, we should already be moving these guys up here. We can't defend all of Hungary and against all of Hungary and Poland and everything all at once. So, okay, we can improve things a bit more here. Export focus, time. This looks better. Free trade, 80% resources to market. This is 50% resources to market. Now we have too much resources we need. We're already pushing too much out. Okay, we probably already researched our air power that we're going to do. So let's get building up our army, division attack, recovery rate, defense. We're going to go with defense, I think.
Rozkaz him!
Okay, now, since we just got those two, let's get started cancel that. But I want to train an armor unit as well. I'm just worried about running out of manpower too fast if we kept too many divisions going. Okay, Sudetenland fortifications, the early ones. They did these over multiple years. How many trade goods? Okay, so we're doing moderately well there. Let's go with that. Military better, and again our basic vision here. We're going with anti-aircraft or anti-air support unit because it does have some heart attack and some limited piercing. So not terribly great, but it does help. Our divisions defend against armored units. So we're going to end this episode here. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for liking the videos. I really do appreciate that. And of course, please post questions, comments, suggestions, ideas. Love hearing from you. Come back for more Hearts of Iron.